Already know.
In a bullshit fire with bliss. Jolly pa, all in the France, dans les mogo, we can raise dans les voltage. We buying my bottles, we buying your shot. But she let it mogamo. Benjamin Franklin, ain't no time for the doors. She rockin' the Henny. The Judah too many. Baba for the girl, so I can
okay. You be my queen. Let's ride to the end. Thick and thin. Girl, you are my Wonder Woman, the one that I'm living for. Girl, you know that I love you. Oh yeah. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side.
In the end, I'm your TP. I'm the beach, you're the bikini, the remote control, you're the TV, DVD player, I'm the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gonna bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old?
Oh yeah, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side.
Angel face with angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it, mind you, left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl, it's not an accident. So if you give me your heart, I promise I will represent. You're my pieces, I'm your puzzle. You're my rain, I'm your puddles. You're my teddy bear like Snuggles. If it's team us, let's huddle. We can be strength in life struggles. You're my red nose with no muzzle. I can be the product, you can be the dollars. Girl, let's orchestrate this hustle.
Oh yeah, girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side.
I am directions, you would be the destination. If I were an employer, would you choose my occupation? I must be a shovel, cause I'm digging you penetration. Girl, your love's got a hold on me like procrastination. If I were your
oh yeah, girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. I won't leave your side.
Do you care to know why thousands of people have switched from using oil-bomb paint to using Une Zize quality paint? Zize quality paint is a high-quality American non-hazard latex paint that doesn't fade or peel off your walls when applied. Zize quality paint comes in variety of colors that you can choose from. We even customize our customers' paint based on their request just to satisfy their desire. Stop by at any of our 3 branches at Police Academy Junction opposite NP Fueling Station, Baptist Seminary opposite Highway Gas Station, and St. Paul Bridge opposite Michael Plaza. Zize quality paint can be used for both interior and exterior painting works. Customers living overseas can pay through Zelle on 217-720-8858. You can contact us via cell numbers 0777-366-142 or 0770-496-273 or +121-772-08858. Think Zize, think quality.
Spicy love, what's next?
A new Liberian restaurant and lounge with tasty Liberian and Afro-Caribbean cajun is opening in Morton, South Jersey this spring. The name is Sasa Bean. Sasa Bean is located at 300 East Braintree Road, Morton, New Jersey 08053. Sasa Bean specializes in ethnic Liberian, Afro-Caribbean, and Southern cuisines. We are 25 minutes drive from Philadelphia, 40 minutes drive from Wilmington, Delaware, 30 minutes drive from Trenton, 30 minutes drive from Bristol, and 20 minutes from Burlington, New Jersey. At Sasa BM, we have a private lounge area for private parties and private and corporate meetings and events. Sasa is hiring for both full-time and part-time employees. The pay rate ranges between $16 to $22 per hour. Contact us today for all your bookings and reservations on 609-468-4232. That's 609-468-4232. Sasa BN Restaurant and Lounge, a place with tasty dish and comfort. Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, non-profits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas.
Hello, fellow Liberians. This is Joseph Yumabuoka. It is time to be counted for the upcoming general election. And I'm asking you to please make sure to register to vote. Every election is determined by the people who show up and vote. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by people you did not elect. We must never forget the importance of making our vote count. We paid high price for this democracy as a people. Let us protect and defend it. Voting is the expression of our commitment to ourselves, our children, our welfare to this country, and our one world. Please listen out for the dates and the places and go and register to vote. The rescue mission is well on course. When you register and vote, you will think Liberia, love Liberia, and then build Liberia. Again, I say this is Ambassador Joseph Yumabuoka.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town. Through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down. Such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure, and start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
For a great day here in Liberia is a little cloudy, and yeah, last night there was a little shower across the country, so the weather is cool. Today is the 12th of April, AD 2023, and this day, is a special day in the history of Liberia. So, folks, let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on where you are monitoring us from. We have a full team here this morning. Martina is here and Darlington is here. Let me begin with Darlington. Darlington, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Borga, and good morning to our many listeners. Thank you, Borga.
Martina, good morning. You have to unmute yourself.
Oh my God, I always forget. Good morning, Borga. Good morning, Darlington. Good morning to our many listeners.
Okay, so Darlington, April 12th, 1980. Yeah, April 12th, 1980, the coup dictator happened, where President William V.S. Tubman was overthrown.
Tubman
rather was overthrown, and this day is a historic day for us Liberians, Darlington.
Yes, so the political realities of the country goes back, from 1822 when the settlers moved to a place called Liberia and met the indigenous people there. So from 1822 to Guinea independence in 47, Liberia have seen a hegemony of American Liberian rule. A one-party state with the Chewing Party, having political power unto themselves. Mind you, just a year, prior to the coup, the military had ordered the army to come into the streets on April 14, 1979, to teach, the poor people's children a lesson when they dared to question the authorities of the day. So what you saw on April 12, 1980 was a taste, of what the system offered to the people's children on April 14, 1979, when military men stormed the executive mansion and took power in a special operation led by a Master Sergeant Doe, where, subsequently he announced on the radio that the government over 100 years, has finally been overthrown. So that's why a shift in politics in our country, where, the first indigenous president came to power, in a violent military. It's important, to note on April 12, 1980. Subsequently to when the Doe regime took over, led to the execution of, all public officials who were in the Tubman administration on grounds that, rampant corruption, and so is the nature of the historical struggle. As we go into the show, if we have time, I can offer more deeper understanding about why some of the way things happen. But yes, Sergeant Doe took over a boy from Tucson, Grand Jita County, beginning Liberia's first indigenous president in a military coup on today.
Okay, so and Darlington, I don't know, the weather is so cloudy, and I listened to Todba's son. How they call him? Richie? Is it Richie Todba?
There are a lot of Tobots in the country. I don't know what it's Frank or Richard. Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about this morning. He said you can see from the weather that this day is a remarkable day in the history of Liberia. So that's why you see the weather so cloudy. Martina, this day I don't know. Yeah, we were nowhere around. In
But I can
1980.
say one day, my dear. I say history.
Okay, so Darlington, there was this report out by our international partner, Liberia ranking. Yeah, you know, they say we're hungry. They say Liberia people, we are very hungry. Yeah, we are ranked 100 and some more. But before we go there, before I cross over to you, Darlington, let me just give you a breakdown. Starting from 2014. In the year 2014, Liberia was ranked at 100. Let me say, Liberia was ranked at 50 when it comes to the hunger index. Yeah, Liberia was ranked at the position 50. Then in 2015, we were ranked at a spot 85. Spot 85. Then in 2016, we were ranked at a spot of 101. But now, here we are with 100 and some more countries. Liberia is at the spot of 113 out of
121. 121.
121 countries. Liberia. Yeah, 130. We are just ahead of few countries, and it said the hunger rate has gradually increased under this administration, Darlington.
Yeah, but Bweka, you see, that is not a unique case to Liberia. That is how, I mean, from time immemorial, our people have always been, trying to look for survival, put it. And you see what is happening, Bweka. You don't even need a statistic report to tell you that vast majority of our people in Liberia, go to bed on just a meal a day. Sometimes without a meal. You don't need that report. If you open the line here, some of our callers to call, very few people probably in the morning have eaten or observed nutrition. But you cannot have a country that you want people to think, you're the best of your minds, your young people to have innovative ideas. And they wake up in the morning, the first struggle they have on their agenda is to eat. It tells you something about the country. You wake up in the morning, the first thing that you want to achieve for the day is to eat. How can somebody go to the academic environment, where they're very hungry, and they're supposed to teach them algebra, for example. That man is between two crises, the crisis of hunger and the crisis of stability in his mind, because he's hungry and he wants to learn. So again, that have always been the OA's problem. But again, I didn't expect nothing new on the WIA administration. And we want to call on our people. Not that when you elect the opposition, we will end the entire hunger in the country, but we can assure that Liberian people resources will be placed at their disposal. And if you think we are at 113 now, make mistake and probably re-elect this guy, you will see what will happen. We'll probably top the list. Because Bweka, you see the long lines, and I have one person who have taken a position before to criticize, Jetty for feeding Liberians. But again, when you see our people, when we can feed our people, business people who come and through humanitarian ventures, if they're feeding our people, I don't have a problem with it. It's just in the 21st century, they're feeding Liberians on camera. When they get ready to spread all the plate around, then KMTV will carry. It is a shame. I'm not saying his action to feed people is wrong, but what we are witnessing, Bweka, is the televising of hunger in the country, that they can feed our people on live stream TV. And it pains my heart, because there are a lot that we can do to to end the question of food insecurity in our country. We have a very rich soil. What are we doing with it? I mean, when the government announced rest in the country, it's as if that the government is again, Boga, that's the country for us, and
there's something done it done.
Yeah, Martina, Liberia keep going bar under this administration. Food insecurity, the hunger rate is so high, and our rankings keep climbing up. Now we are 113. Since George Weah took over, it's just going from bad to worse, Martina.
Boy, God, when I talk about hunger, it pains my heart. It's so sad to see that you live in your own country. It's like now, the time we're fighting the war, the way people were struggling to find a daily meal just to survive. That's how Liberia looking right now. And Boyka, you can attest to it. You know that this fast month that we're going through right now. Talito, you won't believe that people that will go to the mosque, they are not Muslim.
For real?
But just because they want to eat, I'm telling you something. What? Just because they want to eat, they will go there. Even when the people break it, because lots of people can cook food, they carry to the mosque. They are not Muslim, but they will go there, they pretend like they are Muslim because they want something to eat.
Amen.
Yeah. Every mosque experience that in Liberia. I tell you seriously. And now the 10-night prayer start, they're gone night, right? Mm-hmm. People go to the big mosque that host people, they will cook there. People go to the mosque, they sleep. A lot of people will go there, especially they play with the community who got mosque and people there that they can't afford. They will go there. And sometimes they ban fully, they will clear it, they carry for their children. A lot of people go to the mosque, they are not Muslim, they are Christian, but they will go there because they want to eat. Some of them, they are not even Christian because some people, they are not even in religion, but they go there, they pretend, they put hair on their hair, they pretend like they are Muslim because they want something to eat. It's so sad and frustrating.
Martina, what you telling me is very shocking though, because I remember even when I was in Liberia, we had the only time you will see us with our Muslim friends is Ramadan because we want to eat the cow meat.
Yes. When we break in that Abraham Day, you see your Christians come to celebrate with you. But now people go to the mosque just because they want to eat. People go there pretend like they are Muslim just because they want to eat. They can tell you that is the fact. I won't come on this platform. It's a national platform. People follow this platform every part of the world. I won't come here and just say something because I want to. That's how our country have gone bad. Or not just administration. I'm telling you seriously. Or not just administration. Let me say this to you, that it's on the mosque that we can pray how much few mosques. That some people can go there. They say, oh, I'm Christian, but I want change. I want to be Muslim. Just because, man, that is so funny, but it's so sad. That's very seriously. Like that when you go to the mosque, they say you want to join the Islam religion. Right. Our people can put money together. When a woman, so you will buy hijab, you buy lapa. If that man, so you will buy the gown to pray.
They embrace you right into the religion.
People can go there to collect that money. They not get the mind to convert from Christianity to the Muslim religion. They're not in their mind, but because they can't afford, they think when they go there, the people will give money to them. I tell you seriously. On so many occasions, we have experienced it to the mosque. At the end of the day, you see the very same people, they don't convert to Muslim, but they go there because they want money. The poverty rate in this country has increased. All this thing happening because of poverty. All this thing happening because of poverty. People do those things when you are a refugee or you travel in another country that you starve, you do anything. But in your own country, you have to lie about religion before you can get food to eat. You have to do things out of the way before you can get food to eat in your own country. While foreigners yet living a better life more than us, we are not protected in our own country. We are struggling in our country like we are foreigners. While the foreigner life is more better than us, because the people can look at foreigners and get a 500,000, 600,000 loan, but they can look at their own Liberian brothers they gave them because the foreigner going to brave the system and they were able to get the money. But poor business like man, you cannot do that. Who else to give you loan? The higher loan they can get you at 1,000. Anybody that get 1,000, you get strong connection.
But the president promised that we will not be spectators in our economy. Are we on the field or something?
When I hear around the field, SKD across the road. Across the road, where the people can stand, look at the scoreboard that they play with right now. We're not even around. We're not even the road. So NP gas station that where we standing here right now, looking at the stadium.
Mama, you know, Martina, you said something, right? And that is very so true. And that is the typical, you know, Liberian public sector approach, you know, to awarding contracts, for example. You know,
Sure.
if Darlington is capable of doing a business and somebody else who is a foreign business person, the first thing for the men was that thinking, but if Darlington is in power, the men will be frisky yet and be passing around yet. But they don't mind empowering other people though. And that is so wrong. I think there are Liberian business people who are doing very well that we can also empower, you know, so that because when you empower Liberian businesses, there are a lot of things you can do. They empowering their people, you know, you are making Liberian, you know, moving them to middle income status, you know, because they gain financial independence. But our people will gladly award contracts to foreign business people. I'm not saying foreign business people are not also supposed to have contracts, but in a impoverished country like ours, there are certain contracts where Liberians are capable of handling those kinds of contracts. And I think it's only fair that government too should shine light on awarding those contracts to Liberian businesses so that they can get in power and taking the economy out of the hands of foreigner and also in getting Liberians involved.
And Darlington, let me say that, right? That's Liberia right there for you. That's Liberia, right? Liberia, they don't empower. Look, when Liberia may you see you, they know you're important. But common example, can look at what happening right now with leader in a VP position. I don't want to go that far, but that's a clear example. It's the recent case right now. The people that be chanting hero, 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 celebrating. Oh, Henry Costa have done well for this country. Oh, they born and sacrifice their life. But now some of them rather is seditious that support this government with all the corruption, with all the killing that been going on, that supported this government that in our house that never speak, which is Jeremiah Kun. Some of them rather Jeremiah Kun now than a Henry Costa that been advocating for this country and her people. They rather a Jeremiah Kun now than Henry Costa. Because why? They Henry Costa been on their Facebook. They Henry Costa, they all having their platform. Why will Henry Costa be VP and they are not in that position? The mentality we get, when they're not me, it shouldn't be any other person. That's why we see this country now going forward. That's the Liberian. Liberian rather empowering foreigner than empowering their own brothers or sisters because they don't want this person to be, they say, big girl or big boys tomorrow. Maybe the person might not respect them or they don't want to see the person make progress in life. The person should always be to their standard, or the person be on the same level.
Yep.
That's my mentality right there. They rather somebody that never been there.
For example, Burger will start going after their girlfriends, for example. Yeah. No, I'm saying after that girlfriend, I'm just saying, for example, Burger.
But when a Burger in the position, all the papa getting in that, bro, people will pay respect of Burger will be in certain position. That's wrong. Till we can change our mentality. Till we can change our mindset and see the country going anywhere. We're focusing on government, Darlington and Boyka. Even tomorrow, we put a government or a person in power who is going to do the right thing. But with the mindset that we get, it will still be a step back for this country. We are evil, but we don't want people to know that we are evil. We pretend like we are good. The people who say, oh, 2029, Henry Costa will put money. But now to prepare Henry Costa for 2029, someone is against it. They only support Henry Costa, maybe because they support Joseph Boyka, and Henry Costa supporting Joseph Boyka. So they support it. That's Liberian right there. If Liberian men using you, they will give you all the fake promises. But time for them to pay you back. And where they will see all the fault that today you get anger, that today you arrogant. But they see arrogant tone. They see anger. He been using it to defend a Joseph Nima Boyka and the Unity Party. Nobody had problem with it. But today, that where they know that he get anger or that he's arrogant. That Liberian man right there for you. It's all about hate. Our society is all about hate. And that's why you see we don't grow in our own country. Foreigner, they will come. Sometimes I said that little question myself. How is it that foreigner will come and they become a millionaire overnight? You know how many Lebanese people today in their country, people buy it down today, they got rich from this poor country here. But we the citizen, we stay here, we born here, we grew here, we stay here, our great-grandparents, but yeah, and today their children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, yeah, we can't make progress. Because the society is full of hate. the society we are living with full of head darlington.
You know,
Liberian men rather promote
Martina,
Costa of their own Liberian brothers and sisters.
Let me interrupt you there, please. You know, I see somebody in the comment field say Costa have not worked anywhere before. Where experience? You know, they show this morning now to talk about Costa, but come on now.
Yeah.
Some of the news are
Yeah.
suggesting what is their legislative record or their legislative history?
Thank you.
What definite position have they taken in the national legislature? How do they contribute to the legislative debates? Do you even listen to the Liberian Senate? Do you even listen to the discussion that come out of that place? You know, I can always tell people, for most of the people, some of the people who are skeptical about Costa bids for vice president, the ordinary people support Costa. It is the political elite, it's the regular secretary general in some party, the women league leader who believe that, oh, why they not take one or all, they gotta go take. And that is the thought process. This young man has been very engaged with the Liberian people, fighting for them, engaging with them. Show me when Jeremiah could have shown righteous anger, you know, in the face of this
All
people.
the killing has been going on.
You
All
know,
the looting
what
has
are
been
the
going on.
CBC?
Yes. I think
It was a
when he
CBC
has ever people
in England.
like
So
these those things.
that's the thought process. Oh, and so they believe that they have the better understanding in determining what is best for you. Oh no, we not think now is the time. They should be the only one to determine, and that is how they've been leaving their responsibility for leadership for far too long until the country is the way it is.
Sure. Everything is waiting for time.
All right. So, you know, Darlington, we talking about our mindset, Liberians. So people will say, leadership come with responsibility, and once Liberia have that leader, that can make the change, like can get Liberia from where we are to where we want to go. All depends on a specific leader, and then later on we'll look back down. We say, we Liberia our mindset. How can we get that particular leader that we need to change our state of being from stage 1 to stage 2? Because if we talk about leadership and then we don't include the Liberian that's supposed to get that person to where he or she is supposed to be, then it doesn't mean it means that that leader will not work in our interest. I'm asking this question because we keep talking about our mindset. Our mindset, yes, we know Liberians, our mindset, we don't have that correct mindset, but we say, oh, my boss Costa normally says, we need a leader in the executive mansion with that character. That's the only way Liberia can be changed from stage 1 to stage 2. How can we get that leader that will have that mindset of changing Liberia or changing we Liberians our mind?
Okay.
Let Darlington come in. Come in.
Yeah, Bakati, I love to say this very clearly. You know, a lot of us, sometimes when we talk about our country progress, you know, when we look at other African countries in the sub-region, we say, but look at Ghana.
Yeah.
Look at Ghana, look at Burkina Faso, see South Africa, for example. Say look at where other countries are. But Waka, it took the commitment of young progressive leaders all over the continent of Africa. You look at Ghana development today, you would mention a young man called Nkrumah who came to power. You would talk about a young man in Jerry Rawlings. These old men, they were young when they were providing leadership. They were tough. They were firm on what kind of leader they want to see. What are you talking about Sankara providing leadership for women and inclusion? Sankara was a young man, in his 30s. What are you talking about Patrice Lumumba? What are you talking about a young Mandela fighting for freedom in his country? These were regular traditional activists. Aside from Mandela being a lawyer, Mandela never worked nowhere. Mandela never worked nowhere when he was only practicing at Oliver Tambo law firm, apart from going to school and coming and being an activist. So progressive change all over the country have been ushered in by young positive leaders with the energy, with the desire and the fire to do what they want to do. Man, the country is the way it is because just in our own ranks as young people, We know certain individuals' capabilities, and the reason why you see certain people are jittering when certain names are called is because they fear. They fear certain elements. They know how that person will getting. Look, my man, why you think we are discussing Bweka P for VP than any other thing, than anything else? My man, VP discussion in bro, I've never been relevant. These elections is the only election we're going to that people discussing VP Bennett, because apparently it's very clear that Liberian people want to usher in Omen Joe Bweka, and eventually, because of natural science and whatever, the old man is gradually going to turn the country over to another brand of leadership. Okay, all kinds of things people have said. All these young leaders you see that have built their country and moved forward, whether it was Nkrumah engaging with the Singaporeans, with the Akosombo Dan, he was a young man with the desire and the passion and the fire to see his country going where it is. So yeah, I mean, that is where we are, and the mindset will change if we acknowledge that.
Danito, I will still come back to you, but I want for Martina to take a minute. I want to know that robust leader. But Martina, the first question: how can we get a leader to make that change for Liberia before coming to the robustness?
Bweka, I think when leader was on this platform, I remember one time he was discussing leadership, and I told him that we cannot get a Thomas Sangara in Honorable Joseph Bweka, the former VP. We cannot get what a many yes, African freedom fighter, what his name? Nelson Mandela in Joseph Nima Bweka, but we can get John McAfee in Joseph Nima Bweka, the former president, the late president of Tanzania. I think I stated that. And let me say this: getting a John McAfee, right, in Joseph Nima Bweka, he will lay the basis. He will try to put some system in place. But we need a very robust leader. We need a radical young leaders. The change that we are talking about, the change that we all want. We need a young leader to bring that change. And let me say this: I'm surprised to see people who are Henry Costa be into this. Today, they cannot support him. And I want to say this: be a whosoever, as long you are an activist, and I, Martina, will support you. Because this country, all the people who have experience, they fear us. All the people who have experience, they fear us. Since Liberia was founded, have an activist ever take power, like to be a president in this country? Taliton, you please help. Taliton, I think you only let me a Bweka on this show, and other people watching. It's about time we support somebody that get love for this country. It's about time we push somebody that we know that the person can bring the change. But somebody will say, oh, Henry Costa can talk. Henry Costa can do this. Henry Costa can do nothing. But let me say this: Henry Costa can do nothing, but the gangster that we get in power, you call government, the only man they are afraid of in this country that Henry Costa. I want you people believing it.
He speaks to the hearts and mind of the Liberian people.
Henry Costa, because Henry Costa can talk. They're afraid of him because he's been consistent. They're afraid of Henry Costa because Henry Costa been consistent. Let me just set an example. That a lot of people will call, oh, Martina, so people call me or they say they won't meet me. Why is it that you can call Martina? Because you see the consistency within Martina. You can't call me to say you want to meet me across over. Are there any government official, any political party to tell me, say, Martina, I want you to come and support Joseph Bweka? Look, everybody on this field, we're talking. Everybody here, we're talking, right? But there are some people, they're talking because they want people to call them. And there are some people, they're talking, they're speaking from their heart. No matter what the condition is, they're still going to stand up to what they're always preaching. There are some people talking because they want for people to recognize them. They want for somebody to call them to give them money in the corner. Now, a lot of people have left our circle. They were pretending like what they were doing was from their heart. But they just wanted to be recognized by certain people within government, and so they can receive their own money and turn over. But some of us, we're in it with our heart. No amount of money can make us to cross over. You let us say, offer me millions of dollars. I've never seen millions of dollars before. Oh my, I've never seen it before. but you offer me, I will not take it. Because that million will finish if we don't have a system, if we don't have a country to call our own, or get break up. Look, you know it take for you to be in your country in the day and age. You're looking for a place to take picture. But right now, people are supposed to be well developed. Anywhere we go, we post for the photo and we post on social media. But we're looking for decent place to post in our own country.
All
Even
right.
if I take the millions of dollars, will that change anything in my country? Will that bring the system that I'm advocating for? No. And that money will finish. Now, people that benefited 12 years corruption from the UP government under Madam Salif, Johnson Salif, and today they cannot even afford gas money. So money not even in car again. They forget about building the system, but they were rather building themselves and their family. And today, where the money was coming from, the money is not coming anymore. So you and myself, we're on the same level. We forget about the system. What you are paying yourself, you forget about the system. But now, you and Martina on the same level. What you used to get, you're not getting anymore. We get another government in power again that building themselves, forgetting about building the system that will benefit every Liberians. What kind of stuff then other people coming?
Yeah, and Darlington, we talk about Liberia is lacking. We will normally mention Ghana, the development that has been undertaken in Ghana. We had a lot of other leaders that were robust and they closed their eyes on many things. But in Liberia, once a leader start to carry out some of the development in our country, we will get the activists coming out and saying that the government is trying to clamp down on citizens and trying to destroy property and other things. How can we get that robust leader that will close his or her eyes on things and get Liberia moving from stage 1 to stage 2?
But you see, the question of leadership, Liberians and only Liberians have the answer in providing the answer to that question of leadership. Because where among you, the people, you have decent sons and daughters with passion and fire and ideas. You see, but you cannot have anybody who come to power and don't hold himself accountable. Accountability begins with somebody telling you their principle and their value on what they stand for. So when they get elected, you get to hold them to that very same value that they were preaching. But oftentimes, many of the people who are sent to political office, we don't know their values, their principle, their value system, their ideas on what they want the country to move. For example, like Mr. Weah was elected on a blank check. Every time there were presidential debates, Weah were traveling. Weah did not, attend no debate to answer no question, to tell us what kind of leader he wants. He is, or the leadership he wants to provide. So that is how people have been voting for leadership, for leaders, Boyka. So the country have never run short of leaders. There will obviously be leaders. And the problem is not that we never had good lawmakers. The people is a reflection of their government. Are the people voting on the issues? Are the people concerned about the issues? Or are the people just concerned about slogans? Are the people just concerned about electing Boyka because Boyka is my friend? That's the question.
And then when you say we are not lacking of leaders, I take a step back, because if we are not lacking of leaders, then we shouldn't have been to where we are now. For instance, corruption. If a leader is fighting corruption, we will not be what's happening now. We have a leg of Nathaniel McGill and others that were hooked up in the web. And up to now, the Weah administration having most of the courage to take them to court. We are lacking leadership.
The problem, Boyka, the country have suffered a leadership deficit. Right? Meaning the people you've been electing are leaders. Unfortunately, they are not leaders. Because if somebody have a sense or a taste for leadership, the only way you can hold other people accountable, Boyka, is when you hold yourself accountable. The other day, we were talking about a networker who went to work almost 11 a.m. How do you hold that woman accountable in a country when the woman sees the president going to work by 12 o'clock? Accountability. As old as Mr. Salif used to report to work at 8 o'clock. Ellen used to do these pop-up visit alarm ministry and agency to see who are there. Unfortunately, we have a president who enjoyed severe social festivity, and many times after the weekend, he probably is not even aware or alert of his surrounding. How do you run a country like that? So, that's how you see McGill became deputy president and abrogated so much power onto himself with massive corruption. And by the way, Bweka, I want to remind our audience, a lot of you have forgotten, yesterday was Minister McGill's wife's birthday. We didn't see y'all wishing you a happy birthday. When power shift hands, people tend to forget you so easily. The other day, when McGill were around here, McGill had a birthday, was not easy. Ponkepan Brigade, the people were dancing. So that's how you have the problem in your country is that the people look in the wrong places for leadership. Among the very same young people, with the fire and the passion and the desire to transform this country. Look, Costa has been engaging with these people, the masses, for more than 12 years, fighting for them, putting all on the line. So, so we the young people, we are only good to identify contradiction in the society, not offer solutions.
And that is what I mean.
Give me 1 minute. If I want to go now, if I and say I want to contest House of Representative, for example, a lot of people will be skeptical and critical. But do you know what kind of leadership I want to carry in the legislature? Maybe a lot of young people could get elected and make me Speaker of the House of Representative. How do we? Because when you have a robust legislature, you will hold the executive accountable. But in our country, the only people who believe that should be contesting for public office as the one with puff belly, and you must get plenty of gray hair around your face. They bought too small. They bought get be out. With that mindset, you cannot develop a country. Let me put it simple, and Martina will come on. Technology. Do you know how young people have impacted the world just with technology? But we have public officials who don't even know how to put computers on. How can such individuals be effective public servants? I'm not saying the older generation, we should dash them to the side. We have a youthful president. I'm not saying young people are also the best. We have a youthful president who is way backward, corrupt, inept. He have no quality. He brings zero value to the Liberian presidency. But if you look in the quality of leadership in the right places, Costa has been one president fighting. A lot of people say, Costa, you educated, you smart, self-taught. You need to go back to the classroom and get a degree. Like many others, Costa could have probably been parading in the street and play deaf ears to that. But obtaining classroom discipline is very important because just the fact that you are a student and submit on a professor and meet timeline and be answerable to that professor, it teaches you leadership. It teaches you discipline. You go to school, for example, you have to work with other students from foreign countries. Sometimes their language barrier. As much as you think they're not making sense, when you work with a team, you listen to them, you absorb it, and you make sense of it. That's the question. That's the question. The problem we have in our country. We look for leadership in wrong places. Look at how people in those counties elect leaders. With all due respect to our people in Grand Basso, what is our own Omar and Mirakawa doing in the legislature today? Our Omar just need to retire. Have you heard Mirakawa on any national conversation? The quality of leadership right among the people. They send their sons and daughters to school who have that passion, that burning desire to transform their country. Do you give them the opportunity, or do you criticize them in every step of the way?
Yeah, but Darito, I don't think they should be about leadership, because what I'm thinking is that we Liberians are our own problem. Because, for instance, yesterday was like we said, McGill's wife's birthday, and now because McGill is not in a picture, people that were behind McGill, they have left McGill. So now the person that is in a picture, which is Fina Bono and others, they are hearing her, they are posting her all on social media. So I think we, the ordinary citizens, are the one causing our leaders to be bad, and we can also cause our leaders to be good.
Yep.
So we have to work up on ourselves first before we can work on our leaders.
True.
Boyka, and let me say this too. Sometimes the ordinary people, Boyka, we live in a society that our people, when you look at the percentage in Liberia, Boyka, right? A typical Liberians, Waka, if you look at the percentage, there are a lot of people, they are not educated. And you see the educated ones, we all were fooling the people, lying to them, convincing them.
True.
Like, for example, now, a lot of people waiting, just wait. The person that is supposed to pick, the old man supposed to pick, they will come or they will tell. Even though some of them know that Henry Costa is fake, but they're looking at where the majority, especially the women who are able to appear on radio, to appear in studio and talk a lot of negative and positive things. They just waited to hear from them. They just waited to hear from them. Oh, they say they're pressing like this. They say they're pressing like this. Now the people coming out, oh yes, Nima can't tell like this. So people say, oh yeah, great. The problem with Yombly, they will not tell the people why is it that the old man is not picking Yombly. You getting my point, Braga? They will not tell the people that. Oh, Yombly got court issue. That's why the old man not picking her. They will not say that because they supported Yombly. Even with all the problem that Senator Yombly get, the old man should still pick Yombly. That's Liberian right there. Then another person will come. Oh, Nima Kante, Jeremiah could get Nima Kante. But he cannot beat a Ile Gonglo where in Nima Kante. He have to go in a small town and say he get 500 votes. Why not even contain 100 people in that town? But he produced 500 votes from that camp. A man that couldn't win the senatorial seat without he cheating Ile Gonglo way. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. But today, because it is Henry Costa, and some people don't want it, they will say, oh, Jeremiah could get Nima Kante honor your control. Which of course is a big blatant lie. Even your political godfather don't have Nima Kante honor your control anymore. Everybody know that. With everything, yes, the people who be advocating for why economic code, but the one of political leader that participated in war because it is Henry Costa. Not then, it shouldn't be Henry Costa. Look, let me say this, because sometimes we the educated people will deceive the uneducated people. Look at Mary Bro. Mary Bro is not educated to that level. But Mary Bro has served this country more than the people who got PhD. Mary Bro went to GSC. Mary Bro performed to the tax. Mary Bro went to the passport session, foreign affairs. It was the time I got my first passport. In 30 working days, the educated people that had degrees, they were there. They couldn't perform to the tax. When you pay for your passport, you will make one more you really behind your passport. When they send Mary Bro to passport session, Mary Bro regulate that session. 30 working days, you will get your passport. No delay, no go can. The educated ones were there. They were not able to regulate that status. Mary Bro was to MCC, a city hall, where today Jefferson County, where you have turned the entire MCC to a militia group. Mary Bro were there, the city were clean. All those big 30 trees that used to see the birds they hanging on in brush. Who cut them down? It was Mary Bro. The marketplaces that you see today, who cleaned some of them? It was Mary Bro. People have a lot of things to say. Let me say this. If you carry on development, the ordinary people with their low mindset in every society, even in the great America, they got people with a low mindset. You doing good thing for them, they will criticize you and they believe that you're doing wrong to them. In every society, they get people like that. But Mary Bro did her job. She never looked at what people were saying or what people were saying about her. She did her job, and that one of the things I love that woman. I respect her so much. But the people who got PhD, the people who got doctorate degree, where they take this country, some of them, the entity they serve to up to today, they damage the cause. It's still affecting that entity. But a woman that people say that, oh, she's not educated. Look, let me say this today, Darlington.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can tell people about leadership, know how to read and write. Leadership is from the heart. And not from the amount of paper you get for degree. Leadership is from the heart. When you get love for your country, you will lead the people in the right path. You will make the rightful decision. All the master's degree, the PhD holder in our a third grade student, the Senator Abraham Darragh Diddle, has opened the Liberian people's eyes to what's happening in the Senate. What happened to the people who get a PhD? What happened to the people who get doctorate degree? All the ones for corrupt. Look, let me say this. When people is educated, you become a rogue or educated rogue. And that's what happened in this country. All the educated people that we run it, all the people that we say they get experience, at the end of the day, they come to power, they loot our country, they marginalize with the downtrodden masses. Then you want to tell me about experience? You want to tell me about paper? The only thing I will tell somebody, we are in a modern society, in the day and age, know how to read and write. But leadership is from the heart. It's not from whether you get master degree or you get PhD, whether you work in something. Ellie Johnson Sirleaf did not even work in this country. And he worked outside with international people. But at the end of the day, when she came here, she looked at our country. That is not happy or not. With all
It did. And turn the country over
so
to this guy.
So why are we talking about experience?
So
I hate to hear people bringing experience on the table when the very people that we believe that they are experienced, at the end of the day, when they come, they loot our country. At the end of the day, when they come, they oppress the downtrodden masses.
So, Boyka,
all right,
Martina. Tell us about experience. You want to tell us about education.
Martina, let Danito come in.
So, Boyka, I mean, if we end on this note, I just wanted to talk about our man, Fasenken Ko Cabbage. Our man Fasenken Ko Cabbage were on the OKFN show this morning. I listened to him earlier this morning, though. You know, for quite some time, the Minister of Information have gone quiet. But for some reason today, I see remember the thing we not forget about. We finished talking about the president's visit at the CIA headquarters at Langley.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Our man Fasenken Ko Cabbage today were on the OKFN show. And Fasenken Ko Cabbage said, the men started defending a man again. The men said how that only Liberian media hear about the president's visit, how the people lying say they hang on the president. Say, Paul, what was discussed? You know, they got asked the man, what was discussed at the CIA headquarters? He said, well, fruitful and rewarding. Can you tell the Liberian people what are the goodies or the return from this president visit? The Minister of Information failed to answer that. He started attacking the opposition people. How they were panhandling that the people, you know, they dealt with the president. But can you tell us how did the meeting go? I mean, I just want to say to the Minister of Information, Ledger Rennie, that please, sir, when Mr. Weah travels the country, he's going on Liberian tax dollars. When he comes back to the country, it is very important that he tell us. We don't want to know the detailed conversation of the Americans, but it's our duty to know what was discussed, at what level, what the country stand to benefit. If they call the president to warn him about the drug issue that has been coming to the country, about money laundering situation, about the illegal arms smuggling in the country, if the Americans are concerned about that, tell us if the Americans are expressing security concerns. Because the CIA headquarters is a security hub, intelligence and security. It's not a place where it's not the Paris Tower in France where you go for love making or for love photo taking. When they call you over there, they call you for serious matter. It is not just easy for America to invite the certain leader of a country to the CIA headquarters. When leaders come to this country, they go to Washington, D.C., they meet the president, they go to the Oval Office, they discuss serious diplomatic issues. But the president King went to Langley, no picture. As if to say the president didn't even have time to even speak to the citizens we in the diaspora. The president just went like that, swung away. Kalasco, they were not posting pictures. So please, our man Fasenken Ko Cabbage, can you tell us what exactly the president benefited from the Liberian people benefited from this visit? But the leader won't. They tell what happened at Langley. But they went to the UAE, they said the people give a 50 billion. Mm-hmm. Then the Minister of Education said, well, we need 1 billion to develop the education. The education said, my ministry, George say we get 50 billion. Georgia get it for 1 billion for the 50 and do something. But you didn't tell all the prospects. You see the hypocrisy in this government, Boyka? You didn't tell us the prospects of the meeting from the CIA headquarters in Virginia. But you are shouting about the money you brought from the UAE and the deed that you didn't sign. But you put us under the impression that you signed that deal. So I don't know why I have to make your man Fasenken Ko Cabbage.
Yeah, that into my take. I'm a very on my way to work, I listened to him and I was like surprised. This guy went with the president to the US and he's the information.
He was part of the trip. I don't think he was.
You were part.
Yes, he was.
That one I saw because I wasted a live interview for Legend Rooney. He said that the president was not speaking to him. So I was surprised when I was speaking to the trip.
Yeah, Danito, the man was part of the trip, and then we expected him to have come out even let us know every bit and pieces on what are happening in Langley. But now the man sat on a radio this morning telling us that the report that was in the media, he only heard that from the news outlets here in Liberia, and now when he was in the US, no, that was not that time. So I was like surprised. I said, oh, but I thought the guy should have known better, and he should have been on top of the games to let us know that this president, whenever the president goes somewhere, they will inform us. They will take pictures. That's the paramount team. The normally does when. Danito, you know, Carrasco is a photographer.
Oh yeah, I call Carrasco the photo presidential press secretary.
Yes,
my man. You know, my man Labro get problem. My man the president Cyril. My man the man dread man was I man say Carrasco. My man hello say chi nice. You still me to your picture. So Carrasco, I always been giving an update for the trip. You know, our man Carrasco did not give no update. But we thought the managers are getting fair. We didn't see normally when the president meet, American top official and diplomat, then Carrasco can throw to and he say with Issa. He can be throwing to with Issa.
Yeah.
So we didn't see no with Issa. We don't know what happened. We don't know we call out Chamberlain from the people.
So they are still themselves, man. Why? That's the honest truth. So now they thought the 6 years it was looking like 9 years to them. So now what they're doing, they're trying all their weak way to convince the Liberian people that they can do better. But it's late because we have already made up our mind. But one of the things, if you want to promise Liberian people, just put it on paper. Don't can't say it. Because when you say it, the people will interpret to the ordinary people who can even speak, who can even understand English. It costs for them to look for somebody to interpret in Loma or GC. People can interpret in Madingo to the people. A computer will be interpreted both in Koniakaka and Mandinka. I will interpret it. Even as calling the center, say I will call it. And now the people already understood it for themselves. The people have already understood it for themselves.
Martina,
from where you learn you.
The men are several Mandingo man.
You learn. I want to call it Mandingo in the center.
La Mandingo Congo Mandingo.
La Mandingo Gray. We the Mandingo water school here in Mandingo Gray. You understand, Talito? So now they're finding it difficult to convince the people because everything they will run with on social media. 5, 6 officials.
Right.
But Talito, you remember when the government came to power, we were the same people that criticized them. Everybody was spokesperson for the government. Samuel Toa, we can't talk. Magio, we can't talk. Moluba Molu, we talk. Jafasi Kochi, we talk. Oh, Pina Bonopa, she can't talk. And I know that Bobo. Now I want to know she will never told the medicine pa. Now one can't talk. Everybody we can't talk. Everybody we can't to defend the government when one good thing happen. Everybody we can't spread the lies. So now to cover up is very hard because the recording is everywhere. The people talk, then what they do. So now what they do is less, and what they have promised the people, what they talk is more. So you can't go to the people because you go to the post start asking you, why about this? Your promise, or why about this? Why about this? So now they're finding it so difficult. So they think when they hook up internationally, they will convince us. And they lie. We will make our people to understand. Even now, 50 billion carbon deal they were talking about, it's a lie. The people feel put the paper up. I think I send it in the chat there. It's a lie. They say that EAU, private company, they can't lie to the people. Tell this government, they finish it anyway. We bear it.
All right. So, Darrington, before we go to the phone lines, we are in April, May, June, July, August, September, October. We're just a few months away to the most anticipated elections in our country. And I don't know, Liberians are still waiting on the direction to go. We are a few months to the elections. I don't know what's the observation been like. How do you see the prospect of the opposition? And we may say we are doing everything. We have failed this country massively, but elections come with preparedness. no matter what the situation is, you have to be prepared before going to election. So if you are not 100% prepared, you can go to an election to even fight an incumbent. So we are just a few months away to the elections. What's on the table for the opposition?
You know, Bweka, before I address the opposition, I want to say that the Liberian people themselves need to be united in one voice and send a message to Mr. Weah that enough is enough and there are more than enough. And giving this president a wanted and a red card, democratically removing this government from power. Bweka, the reactionary forces, they don't mind collaborating efforts to exploit the country. Aren't you aware that Joel Howard Taylor and we are when it came to power for over 1 year, they never had good relationship?
Yeah.
The president used to be crying here to all basically that she not get her gas. The other day her car broke down and people got to help her and all that kind of thing. Have you forgotten, Bweka?
Well, yeah. Those are the days of BOE was not good year for 2018 up to 2022. They're not being good thing. That they 2023 they're pretending.
There you go, Martina. Thank you for helping me and recollecting me with the dates. So what I'm saying, the president has so much despised the Taylor people. He not mind working with them to maintain a base. In the same token, the Liberian people need to be resolved in ensuring that they collaborate efforts and remove this man. But Bweka, even the regime microphones that have been traveling across the country, whether it is OKFM of Julius Jer, or it is the other government people radio station, the people in Nimba, in Grand Jide, in Maryland, they have been sending resounding call that the person they want for president is Joseph Bweka. Mama, you know, Mama Julius Jer, I was carrying a microphone in Nimba to gauge the people's opinion. And so he carry a microphone the people and say that Joseph Bweka will want. So the people are rallying behind old man Joe Bweka to rescue this country. And there's a reason why they are doing that. They want Mr. Joe Bweka to set the country, to set the pace for leadership, and turn the country over to a new breed of leadership. The people are clear. The people are very clear and resolved. But, you see, I have been very concerned and baffled, basically, by some elements from the ANC. And I see recent, on yesterday, former Senator John Balud talked to social media on Spoon Talk, where he said Cummings can land the executive mansion, but not being elected on a presidential ticket. But if he goes as vice president to Mr. Joe Bweka, he can eventually become president of our country. Let me say to Senator Balud, I understand you come from Maryland as equally as Mr. Cummings, and you all share that same sympathy and empathy. But Cummings has said repeatedly to us that he don't have no such interest on him being vice president. So they love affairs that couldn't work when we're in CPP. 3-4 months to election, y'all want to force these people in marriage? It's just when men not get no sexual desire for woman, but Bweka, you say, hey man, you can just marry the boy. I would get marry the boy when they go down to do marital affairs, they can't do marital affairs. See where Mr. Cummings put the CPP today. See where he put the Liberty Party. See his relationship with Oldman Bweka. Some of his people, you know, they insult Oldman Bweka. They say some of the nicest things about Oldman Bweka. Can they work together still? Yes. But the desire for them to work together, Bweka and Cummings, they are grown-up men. Both of them need to decide what they want to do. But not because Cummings come as a businessman, he made money in Coca-Cola, and then when they see you return to the country that you want is the nation presidency. Bweka, the first time I heard the new Ellis Cummings, when Ellie Jones said he honored him, I think in 2012 at one of the Independent Day program. You come to this country, you met other people on the front fighting for this country. And not to be disrespectful, but the likes of Costa, them, they have been involved fighting for these people prior to the likes of Cummings they enter in the political landscape. You are the ANC, you managed to buy your way into the ANC party. Yeah, you are. People's few elements believe that, oh, if you go with Oldman Bweka, it will be a one-round victory. That's what they think. So I don't know politically how relevant is Mr. Cummings to issue a one-round victory. And the decision, so now the ANC people who were talking about their communist presidency, babe. Some of them now they are doubling down to say, hey, coming need to go at VP. Oh, what I was saying when the discussion started. In fact, there are reports from people in the previous CPP who said, Mr. You were upset to us. He said he went to LS Cummings. He said, my man, can you be vice president to this man? And Cummings told him plain blank, no, he had no such interest. Maybe Mr. Ure is lying. I don't want to quote him, but that's what we heard. That there were efforts to ensure that they all go together. And what are the two people go together? They go together. The end of the game, the Liberian people should be resolved on what kind of leadership they want. Oh, when the people are not united, it will be a politicians will be politicians. The people need to resolve around their issue and their common good. I'm not sure, Mr. Burke, I don't have issue with comments.
Yeah.
But the way the Cummings supporters have extended,
but
the way they are stretched the team, they are stretching. So now they were talking LS Cummings 2023. Mama Cummings 2017 campaign have more relevance than the Cummings in 2022 now. You agree with me? You're on the ground. When Cummings came first to be president in 2017, it had more momentum, it had more support than now. Now it's there. I mean, has certain presidential candidate in Liberia, they used to get on the ballot. But Cummings now his bid don't have no momentum, and the colors were met to that. But when he came in 2017, Cummings has some, appeasement and sympathy and
District number 5. Now where are ABC and the new political leader ABC. That where I'm already district number 5. The trade used to be talking about it all the time. I've never even seen it before but then.
Martina, you will take a meaning there on a particular topic that so in case Liberians are yearning for a leadership, and the leadership they are yearning for is a Boakai Cummings ticket, and the thing is the ticket that can change. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying in case if it is what that will be put on the table by the Omen Boakai, do you think they can mend fences to work together in getting this calamity off our head?
Okay, Boakai, thanks for placing that question to me, right? Let me say this. It can work. You know why it can work? That a lot of things. Boakai, they think you people looking at now to put Boakai and Cummings together. Now, not every day is 2023, but 2024. Because they see Cummings that we want to stay away from BDT. That BDT and Yombly, they face their problem. Cummings was there taking BDT start to destroy the Liberty Party. So if Joseph Boakai say he's going to pick Alexander Cummings as his running mate, then what's about Liberty Party? Why are they going to place Yombly Kanganon? Why are they going to place Senator Darius Denon that they were according to the party chairman, their so-called criminal party chairman, Musa BDT, that he had expelled them for the party?
Now your question there, be careful you talk about your question.
What are you getting me here? And these are the people that been in Joseph Boakai circle from day one. Why are you going to place these people with Cummings? And they very Cummings help to destroy the Liberty Party. What about the ALP that took Alexander Cummings to court for fingering the CPP document? If you think Liberian people not even want it, that ANC people pass it around with it. Why can't you know with the Liberian people, the time we wanted the ticket everywhere on social media now, people who you see they pass it around, some of them they're not getting a tip. You know that boy don't play with our tip business. They're not tip some of all. Let me I will not tell myself that hey, that's why they're running with their Cummings and Boakai ticket. And the people there now they have seen that no life for Cummings in this election. In fact, said the momentum of ANC had died natural death, and I really get goes. You don't even hear about ANC. When they make go somewhere, say they put charity CDC slogan behind it.
The last
so
time I give you the
people, the ANC folks paying people to be passing around with their Cummings and Boakai ticket. They tell we the ordinary people wanted the ticket. But then Mr. Alexander B. Cummings said, apart from standard bearer position, he can't go below. Una standard bearer position he won. Then how come here people now talking about ticket for the sake of Liberia? If it was the sake of Liberia, ever say we have to accept this ticket, but now CDC packing their law. We don't want to give you CDC straight to campaign right here. If we don't hold together up to now, then they put low pack, they just sitting now for the flat to come and they get on the plane to leave. But now the people pack their low, but the people are losing their low again. They're hoping that maybe things will turn around. But to get that 2 tickets together, now even they turn it on the team, let me be honest with you, my brother. That's the people that lot of dispute that needed to be settled, and we can't be running campaign, they will be settled. It can't work. Yombly is better with ANC. ALP is better with ANC to settle everything, to bring the people together, and then announce could be as fast money made, and then we go to election.
Martina, before we go to the line, let me just say that political vestation, like Coca-Cola vestation. Political vestation. People can be very
but where somebody destroy your party, you see the person going in opposition that they once rejected and they destroy your party. There's
a lot, man.
They'll try to take some course on this topic on this. Yes, 0770-102-102-86, 010-383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Placing your calls this morning, and you will be live on the Costa Show. Martina Konate, Darlington Collins, and I, Boaka Amara Kamara. We are pretty seated here, bringing you some analysis on the topic, on the discussion this morning. 0770-102-102-86, 010-383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number. That will take somebody from this line here this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yep, your name is Johnny from.
This is David. I'm calling from Oslo in Norway.
Okay, David, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, Boaka and the entire team there. I actually love the way you guys are discussing things. Gentlemen, look, and the lady on the platform there. Let's just bring it this way. We have to know my team, the team of 22, which was the football team. Mm-hmm. Then the nation went and took, looking at that man, inability to even handle the affairs of Lone Star. They took the entire nation and gave it onto him. My dear, we are heading to something that, that nation have never experienced since our independence. This is the worst president that we ever had. So I think I agree with you guys that, we should all work together to see how we can remove this man from power democratically.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We take some more calls. Now take somebody from here. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm doing pretty well. I need my joining us from.
Yes. So I'm calling from Sano country.
Sano, good morning.
But let me tell you, no need to combine 2 old cards together. They will be taking the car. If there's so many young people in our place that get heritage in Germany, they can choose any of the people then to do for better. I will put 2 old cards together. In that way, we in our TV again. And where about so then there? Thank you.
Yeah, you can see coming and can web
we take some more calls. Those in the diaspora can call on the WhatsApp number +231 888 624171, 0770-102-102, 0886-010-383, 555-102-102 are the lines that you can call, and you will be live with us this morning on the show. So let's see if we can take this caller here. We just messed up on our call. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Boaka.
Yeah, Eddie Sharif, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the recognition. For the public, I'm Eddie.
Oh, Eddie, we may see you along the way. Let's take this person on the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. This is Indian man. Yeah, this is Indian man Manoj Kumar Vatwani, sir. I'm speaking from Freetown.
Yeah. You are live on the
yes, sir. Huh?
Oh, I don't know.
Where that name he calling is like the guy that he filmed they were protesting. He sounded like the guy that family were protesting. The name he called.
Yeah. I think
The
so.
name
Yeah.
he called. Yes, I think he want to say something on the show.
Okay. Now let's see if we can. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, sir. This is Manoj Kumar Watwani from Freetown. And are you getting me?
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. I just want to appeal through of your show, sir, that I received so many, the charges and other thing by the Liberia National Police and the court through also. Then several time I attempt to enter in Liberia to face my charges. But Liberia immigration is not allowing me to enter in Liberia and face my charges, and I don't know why it's going on like this. When I really make any crime or something in Liberia, I must be accused in the court, and I must to get the justice. And from more than 2 years I'm trying to enter in Liberia to face my charges. In fact, my wife and my minor daughter is also there.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what's the problem? Why are they
No,
stopping you?
brother, you have to set time with a man so we can bring you on the show.
I don't know that.
Okay, we don't have the
I don't know
we don't have
that.
the time to go through. We don't have the time to go through that.
Yeah, that was
We'll get the
with the
details.
appointment with him.
We'll talk behind the scene with him and see what is his problem and why is the Liberian immigration authorities stopping
Thank you.
him
Then
from
we can
coming to
bring
the
you if
country.
you
I'm
come on
sure
the show.
that if you were never deported from Liberia, he cannot be denied entry into the country. So the immigration authorities should not be doing that. They shouldn't
Yeah,
be
the last
stopping
time
someone
he
from
came, they
coming
were
into the country.
protesting. They said Jetty stopping here. I know Jetty doing what with the government. They
Right.
stopping. They said a lot of things. I saw his daughter. I saw his wife. Even his people who were working on him, they were protesting. I saw it. So you
Right.
call the name. I recognize the name.
Okay, so we will try. I will save his number. We'll try to get in touch
Yeah,
with
brother,
him.
save the number, please. So you can talk to him behind the scene. Then we can bring him.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother. I wanted to hear from my own shot. Sharif. First of all, when it comes to the Costa issue, a lot of the young people want to see Liberia is about jealousy and envy, right? The voice that Costa got, the voice that God blessed Costa with, none of them want our voice. Costa is one of the Liberian, I can say the only Liberian that sat in America at the time of MU, whether the MU, Costa called. Just imagine, a lot of students left on MU that they will get on bus to go to the junction for this girl who are in the hospital just for getting your name. So, yeah.
It's not tell Martina best friend.
Costa is capable of becoming a vice. Okay. All the people, all the names are in the circle. And you can tell me, say, all those names, they are better than Costa. No. Costa can articulate issues, the politics of Liberia. Well, he understands a lot of issues. So when I hear people talking about Costa, oh, he can be this, he can be that, I can just think about the jealousy, the envy, and the hatred for Costa. But with all that, Costa is blessed. What God gave for Costa, God going to give it to Costa. And for this, nobody will say, and especially for agency folks that only call me for me the right ticket with black guy, all those things. Liberian people know who they want. They think about our vice president issue with voting for Joe Black guy.
People know la vote Joe Black guy won.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eddie Sharif.
And Black we conducted on last Friday. We conducted an opinion poll on the class reloaded, and most of the people who call, they say they don't mind whoever Joe Burger P as a running mate, that Burger they want. 75% of the callers. Yeah.
Right, so we take a few more calls. Then we level 15 more minutes to go on the show. We take your call 0770-102-102. Those in the diaspora, the WhatsApp number is on the screen that you can see it. But let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Sam Brown speaking from the United States.
Welcome.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you're loud and clear. Welcome.
Yeah. We talking about Costa. I will tell you, I'm monitoring this guy. Anybody say I know government, because those government more than even majority of the people that sit in there, even 90% of the people that sit in that country. When I heard the name, I think this is my second time calling on this show. And Costa is the only person that I'm watching him stood up in Monrovia to speak directly to that government. When Joe we are left from here and went to Qatar to send to spend like money. Costa the only person that I saw when he was going to go to just to go register, it was like a president. I saw that. And what do they want? This is the look. Obama came in the picture. Our own Obama came thing. Obama came in the picture in this country. Nobody knew him, and they said that. Well, one day, he did well. Then even some of the people, the reception in the country, Obama was able to go and bring idea, the travel asset relief fund, to be able to give money to for all the big companies were breaking down. So somebody who understands the dynamic of the society. That person, and we're not talking about age. The age thing we're talking about are way older than Costa. But I would tell you, that fellow guy's a vision. That fellow guy and his way of talking, people will not like it. But like we need somebody who will suck it into you.
Sure.
That Costa. And that's why I like him for.
All right. Thank you so much. We're taking some more calls. Before we do that, let me do this as a happy pre-birthday treat for, it says, Patient Car of Rhode Island, the USA. Yeah, Patient, you'll be celebrating your birthday on tomorrow. You can take it from Chokon Bar. Yeah, he said I should wish you a happy pre-birthday. So we take one more call, then we cross over to the team. 0770-102-102-86, 010383 555 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. And you can be a part of the discussion this morning. And yeah, just call in. We'll take you and put you through. So, Darlington, there's yet a call. We don't have any call yet.
I don't say you're talking about birthday. I would just like to send this pre-birthday treat to my man, Chairman Baron.
Oh yeah.
You can
my
take it.
husband. I don't know my husband there.
But let Pologa man, I don't know what do you Martin now. Husband. La Sierra White husband now. And CDC Sierra White husband. So Chairman Baron tomorrow, April 13th. It's your birthday. You can take it from your two best friends, Sylvester Tevez now, and your own man, Auntie Messi. Your own man, Auntie CDC, Auntie Messi from LPRC. So tomorrow,
I want to wish my grandmother birthday, boy, mother Winifred, and brother Aaron, Nella, mother Serena, Nella. I want to wish you a happy birthday, grandma. Many, many more years to come. I can't wait to see you in person.
Maybe they'll be cooking
Costa Princess to be vice president.
Maybe they'll be cooking GB to say Winifred Hall because you know they're from Nimba. So I need to call. I need to call Mambo.
So, Dalito, gradually we need to start wrapping it up because we have close to about 10 more minutes to go. Let me
close down. Going somewhere. Dalito, you close there and leave it to where you're in the show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my parting statement, right? I want to say this to Liberian people. We need to be very smart this election. Nobody will fool you. They're pressing popular. All the candidates that are in the race for the VP position. Henry Costa is popular than every one of them. Nobody should fool you. They will say all of hate and envy, but Henry Costa is popular. How many of them have ever gathered in the street? Henry Costa stay right in the radar. Right now, people will leave their businesses and think they run to go see Henry Costa. You put Henry Costa and Jowia, so where Henry Costa will overshadow Jowia. I'm not bragging about it, but it's clear. So people are there hear the voice, but they want to see he in pricing. This man get love for this country. This man love this country. Like the caller said, our brother that called from in America. Barack Obama came from nowhere. But when the Democrats saw the potential in him, and they knew that he could make a better leader, or they have veteran politicians in Democrat more than a Barack Obama, but they lowered their ego for the sake of their country, and they supported him, and he made them proud. But in Africa, Our own wish is to destroy one another. We don't play wish to improve our country, but we play wish to destroy ourselves. And I want to say this: be wise, be smart this time around. The decision you were made, the decision we made 2017, it affect us. It affect this old lady called Mama Liberia. It even affect our mothers, our brothers, our sisters in the diaspora. That people that will carry on their project, they put stop to their project because of family issue back home. When your family is suffering back home, you're not able to carry on no development. Especially when you people are not many. So people that only they are one in the diaspora. Only they are one or opportunity to travel among their family. But when your family back home, they're working, they're getting paid on time, you will be able to do something back home. But your family crying on you, some people that get that sympathetic mind, you're not able to do nothing but to support your family. Some people send this government came to power, they've been supporting their family through all. Even up till now, they're still supporting their family. Do not make decisions that will affect you and even affect your brothers or sisters abroad. Make the right decision. Vote these people out. They will come with money. That money rightfully belongs to you. The people you supported them back, you used to print your own t-shirt. Today, if you see they giving you money, and your country money they give you, they don't have money. They came to power very broke the shareholder. They never had a cent in their cover. But today, because you gave them state power, they're using your own money to abuse you. They're using your own money to buy your vote. Be wise. Take that money because it's rightfully belongs to you. That money is legit, like your country money. The assets they deny you, that the money they use it to bribe you. So please be wise and vote wise this election. Go and get your voter registration card. Our people in the rural area, get your card and be able to exercise your right October 10th. If not, be able to conduct the election October 10th. But we will await the even the 10th November, we are waiting. But 2024, January will not mean we are in power by the grace of God. So thanks to you guys and thanks for our many listening. I'm going to take my leave.
All right. Thank you so much, Martina. Darlington?
Yeah, so Boaka, so few things quickly. We want to inform our people again that phase 2 of the voter registration exercise continue in Bon County, Grand Cru, Grand Jide, Lofa, Nimba, Sino, River Cess, River G. We're calling our people to in those counties to be, fire up to register to vote, as voter registration will begin on April 21st and it's going to end on May 11th. And these were issued by David Brown Lasana, the commissioner of the National Elections Commission. The NEC is saying that by April 21st, registration will begin phase 2 and it's going to end May 11th. For some of you in the diaspora who are making your way or want to go there to register, please make your way to Monrovia to go and register. Some of you who are already making plans. And it's important to know that the commissioner is saying that the voter registration exercise will begin from 8 to 5 p.m. And it's going to begin is going to be every day from Sunday to Sunday. So we're calling our people in those counties in River G, in River Cess, in Sino, in Grand Cru, in Maryland, in Bon County, in Nimba, in Lofa, to keep up in the lines. We want to see the momentum building up in the rural areas. Let the people in their thousands and thousands assemble to put in precincts, to get registered to vote. Boaka, thank you, and thank to our many listeners for following of the show this morning. And bye-bye from my end.
All right, so folks, thanks so much. We've been here with today's edition, but Darlington will still get some more time. Yeah, but okay, but it's good that we are wrapping up. So before we go again, let me do this as a full birthday treat for pre-birthday treat for Patient Car of Rhode Island. You will be celebrating on tomorrow. So folks, join us tomorrow. That's when we're back here with another edition of the Costa Show. We can say this: if it is John Brown or Peter Paul that JMB will pick as running mate, the problem that there we should focus on JMB, not his running mate. I don't know when last we started focusing on running mate. It just lately we started focusing on running mate. So if JMB pick whosoever that he will pick, you should focus on electing JMB, and JMB should have the confidence in working with that person. Yeah, he should have confidence in working with that person. That's the only way he will pick that person. But if you don't have confidence in working with somebody and go and pick the person, it becomes problem for you. So let us wait and see who he will pick. And you should be supportive in the process. Not because he will not pick somebody that you are supporting, then you should say you're not supporting him. No. It don't work that way. Everybody's supporting somebody. So if you think that he not select the person that you are supporting, still work with him. It shouldn't be about or the vice presidency. Focus on the presidency. That's what we are saying. But we want to settle down for the men. Once the men not pick the person that I have interest in, it means I will not support him. No, it doesn't work that way. We should focus our attention on JMB, not his running mate. Not his running mate. You understand? So let's have this at the back of our head. He pick whosoever, as they are saying, probably the end of this month, he will be coming up with, he will be disclosing the name of his running mate. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and hear from him who will be that particular person. And if it don't go your way, still be supportive, because it's not a running mate that you are going to support. It's Joseph Newman Boaka that you are going to support. It's Joseph Newman Boaka that you are going to support. It's Joseph Newman Boaka that you believe can take Liberia from this nightmare that we are experiencing right now. Yeah, it's only Joseph Boaka that can do that. So if you think that he's not going to pick somebody that you support, then you're not supporting, then that's a very bad decision that you are making. So folks, this is how we come to the end of the show on today. Join us tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. That's when we'll be back here with another edition. Up until then, it's bye-bye from our end.